Before you were born, there was a time when you did not exist. No memories, no awareness, no fear, no longing. Billions of years passed, and they did not trouble you in the slightest. This simple observation formed the foundation of one of the oldest and most unsettling ideas in philosophy, an idea expressed clearly by the Roman poet and philosopher Lucretius over 2,000 years ago. Lucretius asked us to look backward in time, to consider the vast stretch of non-existence before our birth, and then to compare it with what we imagine will happen after our death. In De Rerum Natura, he wrote, "Look back at the eternity past before we were born. That is the mirror of the time to come after we die." The point he was making was deceptively simple. We feel no distress about the infinite time before we existed. So why should we fear the infinite time after we no longer exist? Before your birth, the universe unfolded without you. Stars formed and collapsed. Civilizations rose and vanished. Entire histories played out. And yet, you were not there to miss any of it. And when you finally arrived, you did not remember entering existence. You simply found yourself here, alive, aware, thinking. Death, Lucretius argued, would be the same. Not a transition into suffering, but a return to the same state of non-experience that preceded life. He wrote, "Death is nothing to us, since when we exist, death is not present, and when death is present, we do not exist." This idea can feel unsettling, because the mind resists imagining its own absence. We can imagine pain, we can imagine darkness, we can imagine loneliness, but we cannot truly imagine nothingness, because imagining anything at all requires consciousness. That what happens after you die is most likely the same thing that happened before you were born. No suffering, no awareness, no experience at all, just silence, not felt, not known, not endured. And perhaps the question itself is less important than what it reveals, that we are temporary, that we are fragile, that we are here, briefly, against impossible odds. You did not suffer before you were born, and if Lucretius is right, you will not suffer after you die. What remains, then, is this moment, this breath, this brief window of consciousness suspended between two eternities of nothing, and that may be reason enough to live fully while you can. If you like this video and want to hear more interesting facts, hit the subscribe button.